This is Flora Pan Pizza Cafe, a small family-run bakery in the beautiful town of Banamichi, Sonora, Mexico. We are two bakers, Ines and Mauricio, that love and feel true passion transforming simple but delicious ingredients in a big smile of satisfaction. We make few breads, cookies and pastries that we are able to bake every weekend and care about using local ingredients such as pecans, peanuts, fruit and also wild seasonal fruit when possible, rye and free-range dairy products from this region. It's very important to us, the simple way of using nothing but all-purpose flour and whole wheat flour to make every preparation from scratch, using our imagination and skills instead of flour prepared mixes, being our philosophy that the whole flavor of a bread is every single element of it. We grow small organic herbs garden that nourish our flavors and aromas in our food, recipes and pizza sauce. Enjoy working in the garden a lot and also different things all along our days here, making the bakery work at the weekends a good way to balance our lifestyle. We love to walk, riding bicycle, read, see the sunsets, and learning how to live a very enjoyable life. We appreciate living in a small community in the Sonora River. Even though we don't have relatives or family here, everyone has welcomed us to their hearts, to their town, and teaching us the different ways of life by sharing stories and friendship. I'm very grateful of making trade and change our breads for products like milk or cheese with very fine and dedicated people that teach us with their example about being satisfied with not just the money you make for your job, but instead that you can enjoy everything that goes with life. Hi, I'm Mauricio, a baker here in Flora Panadería, a small bakery in the beautiful town of Banamichi, Sonora. And I'm going to show you how to make vanilla conchitas. It's a typical Mexican bread that you can find in almost every bakery and is easy but a little bit sticky to do it. So we're going to use this standard mixer so for our job being easy. Let me show you these ingredients you need. You will need 2 eggs, a third of cup of sugar of 80 grams, a quarter a cup of water of 60 grams, a half a stick of butter of 60 grams, 50 grams, a teaspoon of yeast instant is about 3 grams and half a teaspoon of salt, also 3 grams. And the flour, you need one and a half cup of flour, and I put 1 cup of all-purpose flour white and half a cup of whole wheat flour. The total of flour is about 250 grams. So I'm going to start putting water in here in the bowl, cracking the eggs. I like to put some sugar and then mix a little bit so the sugar can dissolve in this water and these wet ingredients. I pour down the yeast, flour, and salt. The butter I will add when these strings are mixing, so I'm going to put it down here. With this attachment. To have a pause and then add the butter, and with the same attachment knead for about another 5 minutes in 2 or 4 in the speed, so it has blended together really well. Now for the final 2-3 minutes we can use the hook attachment for kneading the dough, but it's already well mixed, so it's just going to take a couple of minutes. I scrub a little bit of the sides of the bowl so you can grab a hole. This is because my mixer is very big for this tiny dough, so if you have a smaller one, you don't have to make this. Okay, we're done kneading in the machine, so I'm gonna pull out my dough from here and set here to leave it in like 1 hour, 1 and a half. I put some vegetable oil in here so it doesn't stick to the bowl. I need a plastic bag also for cover it, and put some oil in here in the table also, because I'm going to pull down my dough from the bowl where I mix it. Make sure you scrap all this remaining dough, because it's very important that you have all this for making the bread. This dough is very sticky, very unformed, so we can't make the bread right now. We have to let it rest, and also I used to let it rest like this 1 hour and a half, then I fold it again, and then I put it in the fridge like 12 hours. So I'm gonna put down here and cover up. And let it there for 1 hour. When 1 hour and a half or 2 hours have passed, I will make a fold to this dough and I will get it in the fridge to let a good night of rest. It's a little bit sticky, but will work tomorrow when the dough is chilled. I cover it up and I put it on the refrigerator for about all night and maybe half of the day. Okay, this is the second day of our recipe, and I just get out this dough from the fridge, and it's quite cool, but it's soft and has more manipulable shape. So we have to make first the cover of our conchas. We need to mix 3 ingredients: sugar, butter, and also flour in same amounts, that same grams, but I will make this in volume, so I will put 3 tablespoons of butter, also 3 tablespoons of sugar, and I need, for the same amount in grams, 1/4 cup of flour, and I will add a tablespoon here. It's just about like 40 grams approximately, and I will mix it first. Just 3 ingredients. I will add a teaspoon of vanilla to give some flavor to this paste. But you can also in home add cocoa if you want it from chocolate, or orange flavor, almond flavor, any flavor you have in some essence. But we're making vanilla conchita. Until you have this smooth paste, you can do now here six round balls. If you find too sticky, you can roll up this in flour and put aside. Okay, now we are ready to give some shape to our dough. So I want to try to make this 6 portions of this. Ones are bigger than the others, but I will put some flour and then trying to make something that I used yesterday to give a form, a proper form to this dough. This I use my hand to do this. I create some tension in the dough. You can use a little bit of flour, not too much. You can also use the table to do this. You can make your hand like if you are grabbing some glass or a can, and use these little fingers to push to the bottom of this. Now there is shield. You can give a form I will make this a little bigger because yesterday when we finished our kneading it was nearly impossible to work with. To get the final shape of this conchas, I will make this, dust in flour a little bowl, and with the help of a small pan I will make these tiny tortillas that will cover up my conchas. You also need a sharp knife to give some patterns. To this dough, and that's it. Now I'm gonna use a tray for this. I put some flour in it, and then I will continue with the next one. So our conchitas are done. That our dough is still very cool. It has been like 20 hours in the fridge, so we have to wait and cover this up maybe for an hour or two before we bake. And these have to be double in size, so we have to wait another round. Okay, when the conchas are double in the size, you have to turn on the oven. And preheat it for about 15-20 minutes. I put down my oven on medium temperature or 225 Fahrenheit. Okay, we're ready to bake. I will bake this for about 15-20 minutes. Now we're done. That's vanilla conchas.